What's up, everyone? It's DC Boxer here. Now, I want to talk about the James Degale and the Badou Jack unification fight. This right here is an amazing fight. This is a real 50-50 fight. We have James Degale, who's 23-1, 14 knockouts. His only defeat was to George Groves, which to me, it was a close fight. I mean, some people say it was a robbery. Uh, I say it could have went either way, but I don't know. James Gale was a little inexperienced. I mean, James DeGale can beat Groves now. I mean, it don't mean much because Groves he's kind of damaged a little bit, but I advise him to go get that revenge that loss. I mean, put that back under his belt because it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, when you look at box rec, it'll say you got your win back. So after this fight, I do recommend, win or lose, I do recommend James DeGale to beat George Grove. And then we have Badou Jack, the most improved fighter I ever seen in my life. Ever. 20, he's 21-2. Now that last draw is some BS, but he has 20 wins, one loss, two draws. And this fight is amazing, man. Like, like this one of the best fights ever. And then I want to break it down. Like, this is my little breakdown of the fight. It's a 50-50 fight, but I favor James DeGale just a little bit. Just a little bit, like a slight favor, because James DeGale he does have the skills. He has the skills to beat Badou Jack. He has the most skills. For me, to break down this fight for James DeGale to win this fight, he has to keep doing what he's been doing. But he has to work on his stamina because in the late rounds, he looks iffy. Past the sixth round, he looks a little suspect. He gets winded. I mean, that's because he has a high activity rate, and I understand. I don't know, should he slow his activity down, which I do not prefer. I like his fighting style, but he need to learn how to conserve energy just a little bit. But his last fight, he beat Medina, and then right before that, he beat Lucian Butte, which I believe, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Butte, that's a high win. I do respect that win. But to me, Butte was always a little overrated. When I first seen him around the Super 6 time, when I was watching the Super 6, and he didn't enter the Super 6, and he was supposed to fight the winner of the Super 6. And Andre Ward, he did back out that fight because he felt like Lucian Butte didn't do nothing. Why should he just sit around and fight the winner? Which I can understand his viewpoint, but well, Carl Frost took care of Butte anyway. But I always just thought Butte was a little overrated, but he is a good fighter. But like I said earlier in my earlier videos, what fighter nowadays or any fighter ever is not a little bit overrated? Like I think all these top fighters who get a lot of TV time, they get a little overrated. But hey man, that's how you sell a fighter. That's how you sell a fight. But he also beat Andre DeGale has. Man, I did not expect that, man. I thought Andre Darrell was gonna beat Lucian Butte. I really did. And man, Butte showed the class between them. He showed his class, and I respect that. I respect that. But for me, for Lucian Butte to win this fight, he has to fight Badou Jack how he fought Lucian Butte. And he need to have a high activity rate, stay on his jab, go up and down to the body, to the head, to the body, to the head. He need to keep Badou Jack guessing. Do not try to go in there and knock him out. I know Badou Jack been knocked out before, but don't bank on that. Do not bank on that because Badou Jack, that knockout do not bother him at all. It does not. It improved him so much. It improved him a lot. But James Degale, for him to win this fight, he need to keep Badou Jack guessing and just worry about outpointing him. And if the knockout comes, it comes, and that's it. If he try to go for the knockout, Badou Jack, man, he gonna have a rude awakening because I suspect that Badou Jack has something for him. He has something for him. And for me, the keys to victory for Badou Jack, the win. See, this the tricky part. Badou Jack he improved so much, like so much. It's scary. We do not know what Badou Jack gonna come in this fight. We might get a brand new Badou Jack that's so improved that it's just amazing. Cause every single fight he's improved, every single one. Um, he when he beat Anthony Durrell, I didn't give him. I didn't give him no chance to beat Anthony Durrell. See, the Durrell brothers, they're a little overrated, but they got a little bit of skill. And after Badou Jack got knocked out by Edwards, I just assumed like he just not that fighter because Floyd Mayweather he just spoiled his fighters so much because I think around the time when Badou Jack got knocked out, I think Mickey Bay got knocked out too around that time, and it just seemed like the money team fighters was just overrated. So I never gave Badou Jack a chance. So when he fought Anthony Durrell, I just thought Anthony Durrell was gonna outbox him. Man, was I wrong. Man, he put the pressure on Anthony Durrell. Like he pressures and the look. Hey y'all, go back and watch that fight. Look at the look of Anthony Durrell's face. How Badou Jack was so calm, jabbing him, pressuring him, just so calm. How he been Durrell was so surprised. Looked like he wanted to quit that fight, to be honest with you. Durrell looked like he wanted to quit because like Durrell was like slacking in training. He was slacking. Man, Badou Jack caught that man lacking, man. Hey, man, I love that fight. And Badou Jack won me over ever since then. After that, he fought George Grove. I knew Badou Jack was going to win the fight. After I seen what he did after Durrell, he fought George Grove. Now, this was a real close fight. Don't get me wrong. This was a 7-5 fight. And I gave it to Badou Jack 7-5, but he did not panic. When Badou Jack was losing rounds, he did not panic. Nothing. He did not try to go for the kill. He did not do nothing. He didn't do nothing desperate or nothing. So he's so improved mentally, and it affected his skills in the ring. Now his last fight against Bout, that was some BS. A draw, man. To me, Badou Jack won that fight 8-4, 8-4, 9-3. That was a big robbery. It was a draw. It was only a draw just to keep Bout's name relevant in this sport. So it just gave him a draw, but But he did real good in that fight. That was a good fight, and how he treated the Butte in that fight shows me that he is on the level of Degale. Badou Jack and James Degale is on the same level, and for Badou Jack to win this fight, he need to come with another element of surprise. He's so improved. I feel like he did his fight at his pace. Not so much of a fast pace, not so much of a slow pace. This go up and down in speeds. I feel like in the first 2 rounds, Badou Jack need to focus on looking for openings and creating openings. He need a jab to the body, jab to the head, and sneak in little hooks and overhand rights. Just sneak it in, but don't go for it. Don't be too desperate about it, because James Degale gonna be so busy moving around on his feet and moving around and exerting so much energy that usually he gas out by the 6th round. So to me, Badou Jack just need to stay at a steady pace. And Badou Jack, it's hard to break down this fight, y'all, because Badou Jack, man, he's so improved that he might come in here with a whole nother game plan that might work. And But I just feel like he need to keep jabbing to the body, jab to the head, and create little opens for the first 2 or 3 rounds. And after the third round, between the third and fourth round, he need to put the pressure on James Degale. He need to pressure him. He need to keep going up and down, hook to the body, hook to the head, jab, and always start with a jab and end with a jab if he needs to. Just in case James Degale puts pressure on him. Just end with the jab, back him up with the jab. Now, between round 7 through 12, I feel like Badou Jack need to turn it up. I don't see Badou Jack gas so much like James Degale. I don't see him gas. I don't see him take too many breaks. Because the reason he don't take too many breaks in fights because he already fight at a steady pace. His pace is already at his pace, so you don't see him take too many breaks. So I feel like between 7 and 12, he need to turn it up a little bit. Maybe for like a minute or two in a round. Just turn it up a little bit and slow the pace back down. Speed the pace back up, slow it back down. Because James Degale usually ties and slow down, and I feel like Badou Jack can win this fight 7-5. Either way, this fight gonna be 7-5 either way. It's going to be a close fight. I feel like James Degale, with his superior foot movement and boxing skills, will end up winning the first half of the fight. And Badou Jack's so much improvement, his mental capabilities, and his patience could end up winning him the last half of the fight. So it's gonna be a lot of swing rounds in the middle, and at the end of the fight, I feel like round 1 and 2 gonna be swing rounds, and round 11, 12 gonna be swing rounds. This is going to be a 7-5 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I guess I can go ahead and give my prediction now. My prediction is going to be Badou Jack by split decision. I'm going to hedge it with a draw. Yeah, it's going to be 7-5 either way. I don't care if I'm wrong. But I would. I wouldn't be surprised James Degale win this fight. He's the favorite anyway. I'm just so surprised of Badou Jack improvement. And that's why I feel like I have to lean towards him. Because I feel like he's studying, he's training for this fight, and I feel like he's been training for James Degale for the past year and a half. He's been training for him. Even this draw between Lucian Bute, Badou Jack did not cry. You don't see him in the media crying about it or nothing like these other fighters will be crying and I won the fight, just some BS. He let it go. He let it go. He said, well, it's a judge decision, whatever. It's time to move on. He let it go. And that shows his mental capability. It's not about Bute no more. It's not about Lucian Bute anymore. It's about James Degale. And he's focused on James Degale. So I got Badou Jack. I almost said Voodoo Jack. I'm tripping, man. But I got Badou Jack by split decision. At the closest, it might be a draw just to keep 2 champions. So Showtime can keep 2 champions. But I have Badou Jack by split decision. Everyone subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have breakdowns and predictions weekly. This is DC Boxing. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment if you feel like I left anything out. Give me your opinion because this is straight off the head. I did not watch no old fights yet or nothing. I might do a revised breakdown, but I'm just going off the head because I've seen all the recent fights. So, yes, everybody subscribe to the channel. It's DC Boxing.